Welcome back to the channel Best Investing. We've got breaking news. Bryson DeChambeau is the 2020 US Open champion. I'm fired up. I'm motivated. This is an incredible story. This is a story of the benefits and the true reward of being a perfectionist in preparation. This result right here, Bryson DeChambeau being on top of the golf world, was predicted by Best Investing months ago. We predicted the rise of Bryson DeChambeau and the fall of a guy that used to be known as Brooks Koepka. Let's get into it. Right here, this is putting the fear of God inside of Brooks Koepka. Bryson DeChambeau says he wants to get even bigger for the Masters. Oh my goodness, look at the size of this man. Look at the size of his arm. Look at the size of his torso. Look at the strength and the facial expression as he rips the ball 350 yards. This is a monster. Bryson DeChambeau hits his drive on the second hole. I mean, could you be more modest? This monster just ripped a 350-yard smoking hot, piping hot ball 350 yards down the fairway. I mean, I don't know. You can use a little better adjectives than that. I mean, aren't you? This guy's a professional journalist and he wrote that. Anyways, let's get into it. Big size, big drives, big victory, not big enough. Bigger, look at that. I think I can get to 245, DeChambeau said. It's going to be a lot of working out. I don't think it's possible, but it may be. I don't know. It's just I've gained so much so quickly in a year. They always say when you work out, you gain your 30 pounds or whatever it is, and then after that, each year, you half it. So you can go 15. If you keep working out every day, you keep having it. And then eventually there comes a point where you can't gain much more. But I still feel like I can get up there if you work hard enough. That is a great quote by DeChambeau. That just shows you he's focused on working hard. He is not focused on trying to be some sort of superstar, trying to have this arrogant attitude about himself. This is a man who is a perfectionist in preparation, the likes of which are right up there with Tom Brady and the best of them. This guy put in the real work. And I tell you what, I just predicted it. Brooks Koepka will become a thing of the past. Let's keep the show going. He won by 6. That's not supposed to happen in this post-Tiger age of parity. Look at that guy. He's fist pumping all over the place. Bryson DeChambeau, a victory in validation. Bryson won the U.S. Open on his own terms. I mean, this guy, he just perfected his craft. He shows you he's the most real-time, real-life, live action example of being a perfectionist in preparation and just seeing the fruits of that labor pay off. This is firing me up. I'm extremely motivated. Let's keep it going. You look right here, Brooks Koepka. This is one of the most popular search terms for Brooks Koepka right now. Where is Brooks Koepka? And honestly, somebody probably misspell his name because they're forgetting all about who he is. I don't want to knock him too much when he's down, but Brooks, this is a little bit of justice here by all that trash talking you were pouring on last year at the top. Talking down to my man Bryson DeChambeau. And you take a look, man, his girlfriend right there, the second headline, oh boy, this is not looking good for Brooks. She's slowly starting to creep up and become the #1 story. Brooks, if she starts getting more attention than you, you already know what that's going to do to you. You better hold on for dear life. Meanwhile, I saw Bryson DeChambeau. He's pulling up to the private jet with, it looks like the dadgum Playboy centerfold model, all right? Let's keep it going. Hey, don't just take my word for it. You know, you might say, okay, Brooks Koepka, you know, he was a good guy, a good golfer a couple years ago, whatever. Take a look at the search trends. Look at the search trends, the Google trends. I mean, look at him in comparison. He's small potatoes compared to Bryson DeChambeau, both in search terms and Google trends and in actual muscle and size. Bryson is stealing Brooks Koepka's stage right before our eyes. This is truly going to be written about in the history books. This is one of the greatest examples I've ever seen of being a perfectionist in preparation. This is an amazing time to be alive. Bryson DeChambeau is blowing up in front of our eyes. And you just take a look at the states by the whole United States. You look, South Dakota, okay, South Dakota's nice to Brooks. They still remember his name. They have a long memory up there. They have impressive memory. It's a nice 50-50 split there with Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau. What's the other one here? West Virginia. West Virginia has a great memory. They still love Brooks. I mean, these guys are Googling them, where is Brooks Koepka? But, that's the only reason why they're Googling him. But you take a look, it's 59-41. Brooks has him in West Virginia. Other than that, Bryson DeChambeau is the superstar all the sponsorship dollars, they're all looking at 2021 budgets going, how can we get Bryson on our team? Brooks Koepka, they're throwing you chump change, man. You're about to fall right off the face of the earth. I hate to kick you when you're down, but I got to deliver justice. You take a look. I mean, look at the search numbers. Bryson DeChambeau is a 100 compared to Brooks Koepka at 3. This is unbelievable. Brooks Koepka, where were you at in the US Open? Oh, that's right. He had to withdraw because of injury. Brooks, because of injury? Really? I mean, we saw all of his Instagram, we saw his social media posts all through the quarantine, the coronavirus lockdown. As unconstitutional as it may be, it still happened, and Brooks was on Instagram looking for that virtual attention, looking for that validation. He needs the validation, he needs the attention, not how you get it done, Brooks, as you're learning the hard way. Brooks kicked at Bryson when Brooks was so-called at the top, and he lit a fire in Bryson DeChambeau, and Bryson is trolling Brooks at the highest level. This is one of the finest examples I've ever seen. He is stealing this man's stage. Brooks was all set up to be the muscle man of golf, the longest driver of golf, and his worst nightmare is coming true before his own eyes. He's got to withdraw due to injury because he sat on the couch with his girlfriend, who's now almost as popular as him on the search terms. All through the virus shutdown, he was taking selfies with his girlfriend while Bryson DeChambeau was ripping 150-pound curls in the gym, beefing up. Just take a look at it. Bryson DeChambeau, he's changing the game of golf. I'm so fired up at this story. I hope he wins the Masters. This would be incredible. Bryson DeChambeau, a perfectionist of preparation. He planned and prepared for this moment for years. He was getting subpar outcomes, subpar results, and he just stuck true to his system. And I tell you what, there's a lot of parallels you can take from Bryson DeChambeau into the investment world, into the trading world. I'm certainly doing that. There's so many revelations I have to share with this channel, especially over this last month, so many individual trades. But right now for today's video, I'm going to give you a high-level overview. I've switched the asset allocation. I've switched a lot into gold. I'm 18% into gold. And that's not including physical gold. This is all paper gold. I'll break down which gold stocks I own. This is my equity breakdown here, excluding the derivatives market. We've got 31% on defense. We've got 21% on tech. We've got about 7 on financials. We've got about 2 on restaurants, and we've got about 15 on healthcare. This is my breakdown. This restaurants category, I'm very limited on that. It's mostly Texas Roadhouse. They got amazing steaks, which I'm sure Bryson DeChambeau has eaten a few of those steaks by beefing up. He's trying to go for 245. If he gets to 245 golf, the golf world is going to be over with. It's going to be Bryson DeChambeau's time. It's going to be Bryson DeChambeau's world. The golf world is getting taken by storm by the mad perfectionist of preparation. Bryson DeChambeau, I'm fired up. This is just the most incredible story I've seen, and it's still ongoing. What a time to be alive. Thanks for tuning in. Smash the subscribe button. I got trading videos dropping this weekend. We're going to take a look at the recent Zoom trade. I got so many revelations I'm about to drop. So many big things are happening. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, send to all your friends. Bryson DeChambeau is the man with the plan. The man on center stage taking the golf world by storm. The US Open 2020 champion. That is a great motivational story. I hope you're fired up as I am. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I'm logging off.